Nope, somebody got in. Nope, somebody else got in. Talk to me in chat so I know who you guys are in the game chat. Actually, no, you can use the YouTube chat. I don't know. Whatever. All of the above. Giggity, giggity, goo. Juan, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say that you're a dark death dude. Death Star, yeah. God, bad with names. And you, that one's pretty obvious. Mini you. You. What, Juan? It's stable. Oh my God. You know, one day I'm gonna buy you a plane ticket or pay for your gas just so you can come over here and kick my ass for being stupid. Ah, you're gonna unsub me? Oh, I'll be all right. I definitely do not do the YouTube thing for the subs. I could care less about them. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Just kidding. Getting crazy. Juan is stable. Why does it keep on? I'm trying to figure this thing out, okay? Bear with me. The internet being a little bitchy and it's really starting to piss me off. It doesn't help that, hold on. Doesn't help that I have 3 accounts running there, 1 account running here, 4 accounts total. And that thing keeps on popping up. It's really starting to irritate the shit out of me. Fucking kick it in the goddamn teeth. Oh, you like that? Yeah. That's pretty cool. It is fun to play here. Never for this device. We've got this. All right. So, yeah, I can only do this at home. This dual monitor. This is my son's mother's work computer. So, it's one of those, can't be fucked with. Shit gets lost. So no porn on this. Yo, join his darkness. I hate having to hit the translator. I'm pretty sure he's saying the same thing over and over. Yeah. Well, here, I'll show you what happens over here. Watch this. So, you see how it's showing like in his language, Vietnamese? So I click on it and it's not like in, oh, never mind. Motherfucker. Swear to God, like about 10 minutes ago, every time I'd press that shit, it would take like 5 hours to freaking switch over. Okay, maybe the computer's back up and running. I can play now. God, it was driving me nuts. Actually, we're gonna go. She's like, I'm dead. Her, he, Juan. God, you both are dead. Invite a priest. I'm the exorcist. I can't do it. It doesn't work. Sorry. I tried. Wow. That shit's empty. This really sucks. Okay. Now we're talking. Oh. What are you saying well for? Don't you say well to me. Well. Yeah, it's pretty empty in here. There ain't no doubt about that. I'll get to questions and all the other fun stuff here in a few seconds. Let me just start drinking or something. Cause actually, you know what? I really don't drink. I don't like the taste of alcohol. I really don't care for it at all. Beer tastes like somebody took a piss in water. Yeah, it's about to get serious. Start killing shit. I got bags under my eyes, like asleep. Staying up and fucking studying this goddamn game for you guys. Doing it all for you guys. Now we're talking. The munchies. Yes. I don't. The most important thing in the cupboard. Literally the most important thing in the whole cupboard is that thing of Nutella right there. You see it? I know you see it. It is lovely Nutella. Ah. So oh, I like it. You like Nutella? I like Nutella too. Nutella is very good. Don't make fun of me. When you get old, your shit just starts falling apart, man. I'm telling you, you get old and you're just like, oh, why is this happening to me? No, I'm just kidding. I had a quite little bit of an accident. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a big metal plate in there keeping the gum open. So I'm going to get a fake tooth shoved in there and look normal. But I'm going to know that that tooth is fake, and it's going to really bother the shit out of me for a very long time until I get used to the fact that it's just there and that's life. You want me to define accident? So when I joined the military decided that my dentist didn't know what he was talking about, even though he was like one of those most expensive private dentists, because you remember how I was raised by other parents? Well, they had a lot of moolah, and they make sure I get best care of everything. So basically, I've been going to the same dentist since I was like 4 years old when they adopted me and took custody of me. And never had a cavity my whole entire life. 1 second. Loud ice machine. So never had a cavity, never had any problems. Oops, sorry. Never had any problems, never had any issues. My teeth, my gums, I mean, everything was pristine. Um, I joined the military like about a week into boot camp. They come up to me and they tell me that I've got apparently 14 cavities. Now, I can understand what she sees. Who sees? Who sees what? I can understand. You come up to me and you're like, "Hey, yeah, so by the way, you've got a cavity or two, maybe two at the most." Because I mean, they could have been very small and my dent, I doubt it. Dude, I'm talking about this guy is like the cream of the crop, the best dentist in the world. There's nobody else better than him. Um, just to walk into his office, like, you gotta pay a couple $1,000s. I'm kidding, but like I'm just saying, like, he is top notch, best of the best, cream of the crop. There's nothing more to it. And so the Navy decides, yeah, no, you've got 14 cavities. Here I am, Mr. 14 cavities that apparently my dentist is a complete moron and never saw, and they start filling. I don't have a choice. They're basically they what they do is they tell you, so you could either leave, like basically they're telling you, because since you're still in boot camp, they don't really care if they lose you or not because you're not actually a member of the military yet. You just an enlisted member under training. So like it's like going to the police academy. You could fall out, you could drop out, you could get kicked out. Many things can happen. So, oh, hamburger. That's what I was looking for. Ooh, I just saw something really tasty in there that I would like to add to my hamburger. If you don't know what those are, he's jalapenos. Jalapeno. Jalapeno. So we're back to 14 cavities. So apparently I've got 14 cavities, and I've got to get these cavities filled, and this, that, and the third, and blah, blah, blah. So I've got two choices. Either I get all 14 cavities filled right there and then all at once, and get that whole thing taken care of, and that's all done and said, or I can leave the military and basically just, like it never happened. I'm not in, I'm not out, I'm not with, I'm not without. It's just like it just never really happened. I don't want that. I really don't. I wanted to stay in, I wanted to do time, I wanted to serve. Not that I was like all patriotic, like, yo, go USA, yeah! No. In my opinion, screw the USA. I want to move to Canada where healthcare is free because I'm at that age where healthcare is very, very important to me. And, yeah, the USA fucking sucks. Sorry about you all patriotic members of my guild. One Spanish guy and one Thai girl that probably could give two fucks about the United States of America, like the rest of us. So they fill all 14 teeth. That one was one of the teeth that they filled. I know, right? I'm dead. She's really patriotic. Yeah, I believe it. Go Australia. Your women are beautiful. I've been there. I know this for a fact. And oh my God, they are just beautiful. Don't tell him. So here I am saying, fuck it. Go ahead. Fill my teeth in. Do what you got to do. Now, they fill them all in. I go through the procedure. They fill them all up. They get everything done. And that's that. Well, who, me? I've never been to Colombia. No, I haven't. I grew up the majority of my life in Puerto Rico, so like I knew Spanish culture from pretty much from birth. Uh, it's all I experienced. I ate Spanish food. I went to Spanish schools. I interacted with Colombians, Mexicans, Guatemalans. Um, Sorry, that was kind of creepy. Something was making some weird noise. Um, so pretty much all the races, mostly Cubans and Dominicans, because they're not uh, part of the United States. So it's a lot easier for them to get to Puerto Rico than it is to get all the way to Florida and maybe die on the way. So it's a lot safer, a lot quicker, a lot cheaper, a lot everything. I mean, you've got to pay the coyote to bring you across the border. Um, so I let them fill my teeth. All the teeth are filled. Everything is fine. Come about 10 years later, I'm working in a restaurant at the time, flipping some burgers, cutting some steaks, sauteing some bullshit, whatever. And we have this tin pan that we keep on the side with pieces of bread at the bottom of it, mostly stale bread. And when we cook off bacon in the morning, we put it all on top of this bread. Now, basically, the bread is a very good way to absorb the grease that falls out of the bacon as the bacon drips all the grease from it being cooked, and all that grease get absorbed into the thing. If not, then you end up losing a good 25 pieces of bacon because they're just this thick in grease at the bottom. So I'm sitting here and I had the munchies, you know what I mean? So I grab a piece of bacon, I'm munching on it like fucking Roger Rabbit or Bugs Bunny, I mean. Roger Rabbit. So all of a sudden I hear this crunch noise, like, and I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I felt it. It wasn't like, ah, fuck, that hurts, I'm gonna die. It was just, whoa, shit, what the fuck was that? Like, it didn't hurt. It just felt like somebody tapped on my tooth type thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I felt something in that spot, but nothing was painful. And I'm sitting there, and what do I have in my hand? A fucking metal filling that used to be shoved in the hole in there. It fucking cracked and it snapped right up on out of there. Well, for a month, I don't have medical insurance. There's no way that I'm paying tons and tons of money to to get these guys to fix this thing up. I mean, you're talking about 3,800 dollars, $3,800. Like, I'm not trying to cough up that type of money. I pay a mortgage. I've got a kid, cars, like motorcycles. Come on, I've got shit to take care of. This is like minuscule to me. It's whatever. I'm not gonna die. It's not gonna change my life. You know, well, bullshit. It does change your life. It makes you very self-conscious about a lot of things. I mean, you can see that my teeth are very straight. I mean, I've got a perfect rack. It's a perfect set of teeth, and these motherfuckers in the military decided that they were just gonna jack them all up, and they fucked up all my teeth. So the filling fell out. I have a water pick, it's like a dental floss. I can think of the word. Sorry. It's like dental floss, but with a pressure cannon out of a water pick. It's like a little tiny hole, and you can turn up the intensity, and you get in there and you clean all of this crap out of your mouth. I do this right after I brush my teeth. I get the water pick and water splashes all over the place. It's fucking awesome. I love it. It's like a water park in the bathroom. First thing in the morning. Great way to wake up. So now that I got that hole in there, I'm using the water pick to clean the hole out to make sure that, food doesn't get stuck up in there and start causing bacteria to grow and eventually cause serious issues. Making sure that I keep the fucker clean. Walking around with a toothbrush and toothpaste in my pocket at all times. Every time I'd have lunch, I'd go to the bathroom real quick and scrub it out. Well, one day, it's probably about like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm passed out. I fell asleep somewhere around 9 o'clock. Come 2 o'clock in the morning, I wake up because the pain was so fucking ridiculous. I mean, I know several women that have given birth that said, seriously, a toothache, not just a regular toothache, but a serious tooth problem pain is worse than giving birth. I was like, that can't be possible. There's no way. Like, birth is the most painful, antagonizing, agonizing, destroying thing in the world. No. What if that yo get Death Star to join the get Death Star to join the chat, or to join the YouTube channel. Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. Burger. I don't have to worry about the bacon anymore. It's gone. Huh? Somebody write in chat. We gamers is not, or not we gamers. When I'll show you guys more or less what happens. So you see right here on the chat bar. I'm gonna go ahead and type some stuff. This is me typing with like. You see how it's like typing perfectly fine, and then you come over here. Oh my god, this stuff is so pissing me off. Never for this device. I don't know how many times I've clicked on that. Never for this device. All it is because I'm plugging my phone into the charger on the computer. Oh, that's as far as you can see. So yeah, the chat bar is like really horrible to write in, and when I want to say stuff to you guys, scream at you, it's like I gotta sit here and see if it's working okay now. See, like, I'm literally just typing random shit, and I've gotten that out of it so far. Like, literally, nobody is touching the keyboard. And it's taking that long to do everything that I type. It's just, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. How many new forces to fight so dark troops? God, the translation is so horrible. Death Star, tone it down a bit, buddy. Like, you guys in this little group with Death Star and Stable and Charlie or Chef and stuff, like, we're cool, but the way you guys talk to me and I talk to you guys and you guys talk to each other in that little group that was on the We Gamers call chat thing, we can't do that in game chat. We can't like joke around in that way. Like, yeah, you can joke around. Like, I'll give you guys an example. Um, In Migration Day, will we attack UTT? Buddy, we're gonna attack UTT 1,000 times. We're gonna fucking hit them for no reason. Just to fucking hit them because I don't like them. But we're gonna do it smart. Who left my chat? Who's still here? Probably just Mins. She's the only one that likes me. Alrighty then. Yeah, see, you are, but you're the only one that's here. Do you like spicy food? I mean, you're Thai, you should. She's gonna come out with the, that's the one thing I'm not good at being Thai about. Oh, you are, Juan? It only it's weird because, like, okay, so I'm using my phone for the live feed, and then I'm using the computers for the game. So it's weird because like sometimes it'll tell me that there's like 5 people in the chat room, and there's only one. And right now it's telling me there's only one, so I figured somebody went over to the game chat to go and talk to Death Star about. So what I was saying, the negativity is very disconcerting to people. It's weird how do I put this? How in touch with their feelings people can get. Like they get very, very butthurt about the slightest and dumbest of things. That's why like racial terms like calling people a chink or calling people a spick or a nigger, we really, 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 really cannot use those terms in this game at all. Like not in chat, not in here. I'm saying it right now just because of the sake of the matter, but like we've got to be very respectful of the other players. Like when you're talking to these other players, you've got to literally feel like you're talking to your own mom or your own dad. Like you wouldn't walk up to your dad and be like, "Yo, nigga, what's up?" You'd get smacked. As if you were my kid, you would definitely get smacked. There ain't no pop. So you know what I mean? It's just you know how I know most of you guys have heard it. Like, would you do that at your mom's house? You know what I mean? Like, would you do that at your mom's house? Would you kick your feet up on the desk at your mom's house? Or would she smack you backside the head? Well, nowadays the discipline in the children is completely different. Yeah, exactly. Nah, like your mom ain't gonna smack you backside the head for you putting your feet up on the desk. Respond. See, you got them old school parents there, Miss Liu. You got them old school parents. The we don't fuck around. I'll go get the wooden pallet and freaking. My dad hit me with everything he could find. If it was a frying pan, it was a frying pan. If it was a freaking sewing machine, it was a sewing machine. If it was a machete, it was a machete. I'm not kidding about the machete part. The sewing machine, yeah, he never threw a sewing machine at me. He didn't throw a machete at me, but he chased me out the house with one. That was not a fun day. Yeah. Juan, you're Spanish, right? You should understand this. And when mom takes that sandal off her foot, it don't matter where you run, it's still gonna hit you. Mm. I'm sorry. Who are you telling to go away? Oh, yeah. My dad used to get me with the belt. Ooh. When my dad used to take that damn thing off, he would grab onto it and like yoke it out. All you would hear is brrrr, as it would smack around the belt loops and the leather was smacking against the leather. Pop, 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 all the way around the hall. Oh my God. That was like one of those noises that I was just like, oh shit. Not playing around with that one. Oh boy, I ran, but it didn't matter. I want to say for the first couple of times that it went down like that, my dad did try to chase me and he realized he couldn't. I was way too fast. I was just, boom, boom, bye. Then he started realizing, why am I chasing him? He's got to come back home at some time, and I'm going to be sitting here in this nice little chair waiting for him with my belt in my lap. And he would. I'd come home after hours of being out on the street, staying at a friend's house for a couple of hours. All right, man, I'm going to head home. I'm fucking hungry and shit. As soon as my head popped in that, pop, pop, boom, pop, pop, oh, fuck, ugh. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Broomstick, frying pans, wooden 2x4s. That's what they're talking about. Oh, that was that dumbass that was in that spot. What his name is. The chat bar on this window over here is still typing. Bye. I think I dropped you. Oh shit, fuck. Making a mess. This is why most people have dogs. Ooh, I'm stuffed. That was a good fucking burger. Triple decker. That sucker was a monster. Now along I come with the fun part of my day. And this is where I get to have my fun. Put that right there. Put that right there. You guys want to learn how to save money? I'm going to teach you a little trick on how to save money. So, whenever I make cash, 5s, 10s, 20s, and up, always get deposited into my bank account. Obviously, checks get deposited into my bank account. Now, all of my change goes into a jar every day, and all of my singles go into a little pouch every day. And I don't touch them. I don't touch them at all. And then you wind up with extra play money all the time. That's how I do it. Save up all these singles. It's just $1 bills. $1 bills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $32. Now, $32 in 2 days. For me. Obviously, everybody else is going to be different. But for me, I made these $32 out of breaking a $100 bill or breaking a $20 bill or whatever. You know, go to the gas station, buying cigarettes, whatever it be. And every time I got a single, I drop it in my little travel bag thing. I throw this in my gym bag. And I call it a day. But it's really good because I've always got an extra penny laying around somewhere. Last time I cashed out my jar, it was $254 and change in there, something like that. I mean, I needed to get some stuff done, and I was like, carried it to the fucking bank and cashed it all out. It's my vape. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? Woo. And Duca disappears. Oh, that would have been funny as fuck. If I had just like and like got it off the camera somehow. I can still see myself. Duca disappeared. Vape God 205. No, don't do stupid stuff. Mini lady, you. What is that saying? You guys are so stupid. See if I can do a couple of vape tricks. There's too much breeze running through, so it's not going to be possible. It needs to be like completely still, but you can literally pour the smoke onto the table. Like you can still see some of it in the camera over here. But what happens is you get a thick layer of smoke, probably about half an inch to an inch off the table. And then you stick your hand in nice and slow like this onto the side, and you just go. And you pop your wrist up. It'll literally make two mini tornadoes swirl with each other. I shit you not. You can look this shit up on YouTube. It'll make two mini tornadoes swirl up together, and the two tornadoes will literally like twine themselves up like this and spin. Each tornado is spinning. It is dope as fuck. The only thing that I've never been able to do is those motherfuckers that I don't know how the hell they do it, but they sit there and they go like this. And they pop circles. They pop the little O-rings out of the middle and off the sides. And I've seen people do it up to 3 to where they're like this, and they're just like, and there's just O's going everywhere. And I'm just like, I can't even get one little. How the hell are you getting like 30 of them all in like less than 5 seconds? What the fuck? It's crazy. But yeah. Bah! I can't do them. I can't do the circles. I can't do them. For some reason, they don't. The core doesn't form out because they need to like the whole entire circle needs to be swirling like this and curling the whole entire time. Have you seen the guys that like they'll blow out a circle and they'll be like, and they'll like make it warp and like spin around and then they'll use their body and like go like this or something. Like they literally like pop their chest and the circle will like float off into a different direction and then they'll like shoot another circle out and make it go into. It's like, what the hell? I don't know, dude. There's people that do some fucking crazy, crazy vaping tricks and stuff, and I'm just like, I mean, everything that there is has been done. There's not really much else to do. Just maybe change the way that they move, but other than that, there's not really much you can do but play with it like in certain ways. So it's kind of a pain in the butt, but. And that's nothing. This thing is only, right now it's like registering backwards for you guys, but that says it's at 72.5. Let me see if I do it this way. There you go. Focus that in a little bit. So 72.5. All the way to 225 watts. Like the coil, the tank top piece for that does not it doesn't come with it. That tank is not part of that mod. The tank that goes with that mod is somewhere in here. There it is. I swear I can do this. I really don't like this tank. I don't like the way it works. I don't really care for it, so I just immediately took it out and put the other one on. But that's the original tank that comes on it. You can see how it's got the polka dot and the snake tip on it. It's really cool. It's a really cool vape. There ain't no doubt about that. It's a very fun little toy. But that one right there is with the kit the way it comes with that box piece over there and the vape itself over here is $104.99, so $105. Not that bad. And then this bad boy, this is called the Juul. This is a very high nicotine and extremely addictive device. Do not use them. You little youngins like to grab these little suckers and take them to school with you because you... Oh, what teacher? What are you talking about? I don't have anything in my hand. What do you mean? And since it doesn't blow out big huge clouds of smoke, it's very easy to keep conspicuous and blow out a little bit of smoke. But kids are trying to get high off of these things, and it's very dangerous because kids your age shouldn't be using them because of the nicotine abuse that it could cause. It's bad. That's why I'm telling you, don't vape. It's not cool. It's not fun. I mean, it's a replacement for a cigarette, and cigarettes kill you. And this is not a joke. It's no joke at all. Like, I smoke cigarettes, and I know I'm killing myself, and it's horrible. It's a horrible thing to do to yourself. Anyways, I'm gonna go step outside real quick, smoke a little bit, and so basically, I need you guys to just pop in with some questions about some things that you don't understand and things that you want to understand and what to expect that's coming up in the game. I'm going to show you guys like the inside of my castles, the big accounts and stuff, so that you guys can kind of check out and see what's going on and expect what comes next. You know, what's the next thing that you unlock and what it does and stuff like that. Like, I'll try and cover like a little bit off the top of the iceberg, uh, give you guys some insight on what each thing does, what this research does, what that research does, what it helps you do, how it helps you. Familiars, which none of you guys have yet until you unlock skirmish number 8 and start building the land over there for it and start creating them. Um, I'll show you guys those guys too. It's a really fun game. It's a really fun game, and especially when you start unlocking these huge amounts of crazy stuff that you can do, and there's just always constantly something that you can do. It's really fun. Shit. Is that a lighter? Yes, it is. I got a lighter. Is anybody still in the chat there? No? Am I talking to myself? It's weird because I was just showing about 4 people in the chat, and or not in the chat, but in on the channel, because it shows me this little icon on the top left corner of everything, and it like how many people have liked the page, which none of you have, suckers. I really don't care. It's not. I'm not doing the YouTube channel to be popular or liked or anything. I'm doing it just to be able to show you guys my gameplay as I do it. Somebody gives me a like, thank you. YouTube is like the least important thing for me. Social media in general. I don't have Snapchat. I don't have, well, I have a Facebook page, but I don't log into it ever. I don't care to. I don't want to. I don't. It's whatever. There's nothing for me on there. So yeah. But it's okay, Lou. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. So start shooting some questions at me, Lou. Is there anything about any part of your castle that you have so far, or your research, or something that you're trying to do and for some reason keep on failing because you can't figure it out, or whatever be the scenario? Talk to me. All right. I'm gonna figure out how I'm going to set this up so that trying to figure out how I'm gonna set it up so that my phone is looking at that screen and show you guys what I need to show you. Shit. This ought to be fun. Figure out how to do this. What? The angle is bad. Yeah, the angle is really bad there. Shit. I need it more there. and then closer in. I'll get there. Just gotta figure out what the heck to do. What if I use this thing? Floor. This might result to be a little bit of a pain. Well, that might work. Now I just need to get you guys up higher. Oh shit. All right. I think I got this. Yo, go get her. I don't know if you're in the in the YouTube channel right now, but yeah, I have colorful a lot of different things. Look at this guy. Look at this guy just popped in here. Hey there. And he leaves. Yeah, that's what I thought. Bitch ass. Fuck away from me. I'm just kidding. That guy would have fucked me up. So yeah. All right. What about men's? What about me, men's? What am I rated at? About a 2 or 3? Yay, nay? Half a point? I mean, I am the coolest dad ever, at least that you know of. I've got the phone propped up on like some crazy shit. So I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna work. Maybe I'll just tape it down or something. Um, yeah, upgrading VIP is very important. I'll show you guys why VIP is important. So when you start the game, you're a VIP 1, so you only get free 5 minutes, 1 daily Braveheart use, 3 daily Elite Stage entries. I mean, if you're Castle level 14 trying to do this with these stats, it's going to be horrible. Also, right here, player experience boost 5%. The first thing that I do is I go straight for 8. On 8, here's the most important two things right here. Number 5 and number 6, autocomplete guild quests. Now, what is that? I'll show you right here. These guys right here. All of these that show up in here, oh, here, I'll do it. So, all of these that are right here, on you guys, more than likely, you have to click the time, you have to click the thing, and wait for the time to go through. And then you got to come back and do the next one. At VIP 8, both admin and guild quests are autocomplete. So you can just click on all of them. And as you can see, I'll show you one more time. This is what you're getting right here when you complete just that one. That's 100 guild coins right there. That's for the white ones. Green, 400 guild coins, and materials. These materials you use everywhere to make gear. So 400, that one's 400, that one's 400. I mean, that's 1600 right there alone. So it's good to get up to 8 as soon as possible. I definitely would. If you have the ability to do so, go up to VIP level 8 at the very minimum. You can stay at VIP 8. You will gain VIP points as you're playing the game. It'll be a small amount, but you still will gain them, and you'll start leveling up to VIP 9, and then 10, and 11, and next thing you know, you'll be VIP 15, and you'll be like, wow, really? As you can see, I don't spend my gems on VIP points. At least not anymore. When I first started my game and I spent a $5 package, another $5 package, and I spent like 15, 20 bucks. I had just about that amount of gems right there, 21,000, 20, 21, 22, 20, 22, 23,000. So I went right over here and I just pegged them. I just pegged them right there. Bam, 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 until it went up. Yeah, don't look at that. It's kind of discouraging. Looks like I'm pretty close to 12. 79%. Wow, 80%. 80% there. So, Saber Fangs. This is the stuff that I was talking about when it comes to monsters. So, who do I want to use here? Snow Queen, Petite Devil, or Fairy. So either Petite Devil or Fairy. So you would want to use whichever one of those is stronger. And I will tell you what I mean by stronger. There's different ways of determining stronger. So either Petite Devil and Fairy, or Fairy, I mean, Sage of Storms, Incinerator, and Elementalist. Okay. So, we look at my heroes. There's Prima Donna. There's Petite Devil. Now, they're both level 58. They're both purple shield, single diamond. They both have the same amount of gear. And they're both the same grade, which is the blue edge around them. Green edge and the white edge. So I'm going to look at their stats. By looking at their stats, oops, wrong page. I'll show this one more time so that you guys understand. Go from ground zero. I want to hunt this Saberfang. I want to hunt him. So, first thing that I want to do is see what gear I have on. This right here, this is what it does for me. This is what I gain by having that one equipped. Now you can go ahead and multiply all of these numbers by 2 because I have 2 of them to equip. So I want to make sure I got my hunting gear on. I got my hunting gear here, 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 and here. Now that I have all of my hunting gear on, these 2 right here, these come with big guy. This is a big guy item only. That right there, every time I hit that monster, I'm gaining 15% more player experience, which is the experience that you're gaining up here on this guy right here. This guy right here, on your leader, this experience right here. So that experience right there is where this helmet is boosting, and then this one, I just do not have the capability of equipping the level 60, because I'm not a level 60 yet, I'm only at 58. Monster hunting. The piece that goes right there. So anyways, I'm going to go and hunt this guy. Like I said, the email shows that for a Saberfang, the best heroes to use are these guys right here. Now, this is taking in consideration you're a level 60 player, and all of these heroes are level 60 maxed out. They're the best of the best. That's thinking of it in that way. So you got to understand that. So it's asking me to use Snow Queen, Petite Devil, or Fairy, Sage, Incinerator, Elementalist. They're all magic heroes. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look up the stats for those 2 heroes that it's asking me that I can alternate. These 2 right here. Let's go look at her. You click on the scroll on the bottom. It's normally on this page, so you want to click on that one. And now you can see all of this hero's attributes, and then the basic attributes: the strength, the dexterity, and the intelligence. Strength, dexterity, intelligence. HP 6800, magic attack 2200, HP 7100, 15. So who do I want to use? This one right here. I get better magic attack out of her. So I would look at that for all the independent heroes that I would use. So I'm going to use Petite Devil, Snow Queen, Elementalist, Sage of Storms. All those guys. All right. I already have my best magic heroes set. These are the best heroes that I have. They're going to do the most amount of damage for magic. There's not another hero in my deck at the moment that is better on the damage. I know even like Elementalist with a level 58, and then this girl over here with a level 54, and you're like, wait a minute, but she's smaller, but he's a white grade, she's a green grade. So she's more powerful. I have more medals of hers. So on this one, it's actually giving you a free-to-play players recommended heroes: Black Crow, Tracker, Death Archer, Trickster, and Demon Slayer. I would recommend, even I'm doing it right now, like literally am grabbing a piece of paper. This shit's hard to remember. This shit ain't easy to remember. And then you find yourself realizing that it would have been a lot easier to just have grabbed a piece of paper, because if you go and you pick like 2, 3 heroes, oh shit, what were the other two? And you come back and you try to look at the email again and go back, you got to start all over again. You got to reselect the heroes all over again. So like maybe you forget all over again and you're like, fuck, what the hell? So I'm looking at Black Crow, Tracker. I use like keywords like BC, Black Crow. There's not another player in the game that has BC as as their the first letter of both of their names. Death Archer. Trickster. And Demon Slayer. Alright. Let's see what happens here. Over here. Over here. Now that's a problem right there. So it's all intelligence heroes. Actually, yeah. That was on accident, but definitely. He's blue 57. Opposed to... Where are my other... Oh, right there. Right there. Might do it that way instead. They're both intelligence heroes, but I know for a fact this guy is better than him for this activity, so I'm going to use him instead. The only reason I'm not using either one of these is because this guy's a green grade, which is the border on the outside, so it would make no sense to not use him. He's purple, she's blue, he's blue, so that should be a nice little hit right there. Watch it not take anything. And that, my friends, is the appropriate diplomatic way to hit a monster that is around or near any other guild, regardless of who it is, because you will get burned. I mean, for no reason, you'll just get burned. It's a very diplomatic game, and a lot of people take the diplomacy very, very seriously. Nice. Very nice. It's very nice. Bouncer, join my freaking YouTube channel, dude. I'm about to do some serious stuff on here. I need you people to learn. I want you to learn. All right. So to answer your question, how did I gather that many heroes? So I will start from the top. This guy right here, you gotta buy. This one you gotta buy. This one you gotta buy. This one you gotta buy. And this one you gotta buy. I bought this guy because he looked really cool. This account, this whole entire account was my learning account. Hence why it's the highest leveled one, because I did the most in it, but I just did it very disorganized and spent money carelessly. Not that it was extreme, excessive amounts of it, just that it was careless in the fact of I didn't use the money for things that could have been more beneficial for me, opposed to this guy right here that just boosts my ranged and gives me a little bit of something here. Now, another hero that I bought, I will show you here. She boosts everything. Army max HP, Army defense, and Army attack. When she is maxed to legendary, that booster is 25%. So you get 25% Army max HP when you deploy her as a leader. See, it says here, active when sent into battle. Active when sent into battle. Active when sent into battle. If you look at another hero, I'll show you real quick. I know for a fact this guy right here is one of them. Food production, food supply management. This one, active when sent into battle. So he only works this booster. He only does this when he is sent out into battle. So if I were to go over here and say, attack this guy, and I pick him in my lineup, those boosters now are active. 10%, 6%. Those are the two boosters that he offers for when he is sent into battle. So that's when those boosters apply. The other booster, this one right here, activates when hired. The moment this hero belongs to you and he's in this list right here, that booster is available to you. And whatever that booster is, yeah, 225% for food production. The best hero to upgrade for a bank. The best hero to upgrade for a bank. So 225% activates when hired. So as you level him up, and by level him up, I mean right here, you have to collect his medals. This is his rank. So by putting these things in here and finishing those, you rank him up to the next rank. Once you do that, you can click on here and bam, you'll start the timer for the next rank. This one over here, this is his grade. This is the square around him. That is very, very important. The higher it is, the more powerful that hero is. The more these stats, and these stats grow. So the reason I have so many heroes is because I bought them. Also, if you want to buy heroes, I will show you which heroes are worth spending any money on whatsoever. She is one of them. Because of this right here. 25%, 25%, 20%. That's the whole army. All of your troops. Every single one of them. So all of your T1 infantry, all of your T4 cavalry, all of your T3 siege, everything sent out in the whole army. And this one right here, she does the same thing. The same exact boost. So if you send her, if you send Lore Weaver, and also send her, those boosts just got stacked. So if you have them both legendary at grade gold grade, you're getting 25% plus 25% plus 25% plus 25%. plus 20% plus 20%. Another hero that does this is this hero right here. Berserker. So now if you send all three of them, now you're looking at this number right here being 75%, this number right here being 75%, and this number right here being 60%. That's a lot. A lot, a lot. Like, dumb, stupid, a lot. By the way, that account that I just pulled in with Berserker is the one that's in our guild. So, yeah. That's the one that I was showing that I just showed you guys with Berserker, and it is the one that's in the hive is what I meant, because they're all in the guild. So I need to give him more experience points to get that one, because he's already got it. He's already got it. But I can't go to level 59, which is what I need him to be, maybe even 60 to equip that. $59. I can't make him level 59 until I am level 59. Once I become level 59, once this bar is filled up, then I can make the heroes level 59s as well. You can't surpass it. All right. So I'm gonna go get a oh shit. Very nice class. You're welcome. I'm about to get into one of the most important. I posted it in the chat. I'm about to get into one of the most important aspects of the game. It's the most important part of how you grow faster. Doesn't matter whether you spend $100 every day or if you don't spend a dime the entire longevity of the game itself. It is both important for those that play free as it is for those that play spending money. Just obviously, those that spend money will acquire the items to level that stuff up faster because they're spending money on buying those items in certain packages and stuff like that. What I'm referring to is called gear. It's the stuff that you equip. When you click on your leader, it's all of these things right here. All of those things right here. This is one of my favorite buttons. You can make different loadouts. So, anyways, so basically what I'm getting into, and I'm gonna wait until I see that I actually have a couple of people in the chat here. Sorry, I know I got my face all up in there. There it is. Don't know what the hell I'm doing. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I'm gonna take a quick 5-minute break over here real quick. Get some smoke on. Kinda, I guess, make some sort of introduction waiting for you guys all to be able to join in and all that fun stuff. Throw my phone on the charger while I'm at it. Yay. So yeah. I'm gonna start talking about the gear and how it's used and how it needs to be set and how it's properly set and properly used. There is a right and there is a wrong way. There is a better and there is a worse in all aspects. I know a lot of you, because you joined this guild because of the fact that I wanted serious players that are dedicated to making a guild work and dedicated to making a happy home for a lot of people. I think that you guys, I don't take away from you guys knowing how to play the game at all. There's just tricks that you can implement to make things happen faster and more efficiently, so that you can build faster and more efficiently without having to spend. Us that like to spend the money, you'd be spending less, of course, which is always good, and those that don't spend money, well, you would be saving more time than normal. Instead of doing a research that's going to make you take 2-3 days to complete, you might be able to equip certain gear, and with that gear now you only have a couple of hours that you've got to wait. So it makes a huge difference, and the way the gear is set also makes a difference, and what gear it is also makes a huge difference, because there's a lot of gear in the game that is completely unnecessary of having. It's a lot easier and a lot better for you to build the gear that you're going to use later on, even though you can't equip it right now, because if not, you're going to waste the materials on making something that you can use at a lower level just to give you a little bit of a booster, and then those same materials that you use to make that low level one are now being wasted because you don't have any more of those materials, and now you need to go get more of those materials by gathering on resource tiles and stuff like that, hitting monsters, etc., to get those materials to be able to forge the equipment when you already had the materials and you could have just already forged it. And instead of being impatient and wanting gear now, you could have just made gear later, or made gear now that you can use later and you're going to use permanently throughout the rest of the game, instead of something for now that you're never going to use again once you level up. 1 second. But so yeah, if there is any of you guys in the chat right now that know what I'm talking about, I mean, please say something in the chat so that I know that you're there and stuff like that. I would much rather you stay in the chat and actually hear me out on what I have to say about the gear and how it's equipped and what gear is best for what. Um, I've compiled a list with all the gear and I've smashed the numbers. I've 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 crunched the hell out of them uh, to figure out which gear is going to give you the best beneficial outcome for whichever activity that you're doing. Some gear is pretty straightforward, like construction gear. I mean, there's no when you click on construction gear, and I mean when you click on gear and you filter it to construction, that's all you can make is the construction gear. But when you're doing gathering gear, there's not gathering gear like there is gathering gear for every single slot. So like main hand, off hand, helmet, legs, etc. But there's not specifically resource gathering speed boost for all of those gear items that you can equip. So there's like three different factors that come in there. One of them is travel speed, the other one is resource gathering speed, and then the other one is army capacity. And those three are going to boost what you're doing to gather. All right, let's get back inside. And try and get this propped back up. From there we go. Back. All right. So Oh, sorry. I didn't notice that the chat was still running here. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this thing to be somewhat stable on this. Motherfucker. Sorry. All right. So let's see. What do you mean? What do you mean, Kim? My account is needed feeding. I'll answer your question. Motherfucker. If I don't spend money as gathering gear and hero difficult? No. Not at all. Sweetie, your food is always going to be zero. This is one account. That's my bank account. That's my other account. This is my guild account. That's this one right here in your hive. Your food's always going to be zero, especially if you're building troops. I'll show you guys what I mean by food positive, food negative. The only reason you ever want to be food positive is if you're trying to be a bank. If you're trying to be a bank, then you want to be food positive. Other than being a bank, there is no reason to stay food positive at all. It doesn't affect absolutely anything whatsoever. Nothing at all. Your troops aren't going to die because there's no food in your castle. They don't die of starvation. It's not a option in the game. So, food positive, food negative. You click on one of your food tiles. If this number right here is bigger than that number right there, then your food is positive, which means that that number in that corner will not be flashing like this one is. It'll be food positive. I'll show you what food positive is and what it requires. So as you can see, all of my food are all level 19. I just leveled this castle up to level 20 today, hence the reason why everything is still 19. Everything else, I haven't gotten there yet. I've worked on a couple key parts to level up to 20, but obviously I'm still working on it. This is very recent. So yeah, food positive. This number is bigger than this number. The only reason you ever want to do that is when you're a bank. It's when you're holding resources for some other reason to distribute towards the guild, to give to friends. Maybe you have your own account that you use at a bank, but this is what it requires to be a bank. You've got to try and get up your level, this level castle as much as possible, but you've got to keep everything even with it. Everything is level 19. Everything is level 19. Everything. On top of that, the research. That research right there, food harvesting. You need to keep that maxed up as much as possible. You want to put that thing way far ahead. It doesn't mean you can't have troops. You just can't have too many troops. That's how many troops I have total. All T3s. So I mean, I have a decent little, brigade there, and I can still make a lot more because when you look at it, I can make. So I have roughly without including the 40,000 over. Roughly 1 million positive. So if I come over to my troops and I see what they consume, upkeep, 3. So I would take 1 million and I would divide it by 3, and that's how many cavalry I could make before I start going into the negative. Look at this guy, 3. If they're all 3, then you can make even amounts of each one and basically divide 1 million by 3 and then divide that by 4, and that's how many you would make of each one of these troops, and you would still be food positive in the factor of you're under the amount of food that is being consumed opposed to the amount of food that you're making per hour. That's all food positive is. Being food negative, having that little flashy flash red over there in the corner, that negative food right there, that's nothing. That means absolutely nothing bad. I can come over here, come into my bag, I can grab 5,000, and now I've got resources to use. It goes quick because I have troops consuming the hell out of it, and you slowly watch that number decrease, but it means nothing. It doesn't do any harm. It doesn't cause any damage. It doesn't hurt you in any way. It doesn't affect absolutely anything unless you are a bank. That's the only reason you ever want to be food positive. So anyways, this is King Dukabaik. This is my most advanced castle, but also my most disorganized one. I will show you what I mean here in a second. All right, there's one. Which account is this one? That's the other account I want to show you. All right, so over here in my research, you can see that now that I'm castle level 20, everything is now open except for the first thing I did, because this is my bank, was the food harvesting so that I could get the next level booster. Now I make 43% faster. I make my food 43% faster by getting that booster. But you can see that all of my research is even. 7777, 4444. Well, still working on it, but yeah. All even. All even. This is a very, very clean, very, very organized account. It's a very, very nice account. It's a shame that it's a food positive account. And this is going to be our bank. So, I mean, our bank will still have protection. Over here, I'm doing it the other way, where I do only the ones that I need, because these are the ones that I'm making, and then I'll level this one all the way up and start making those guys. In the meanwhile, I'm just making these guys. I don't care about making anybody else. You know what I mean? But I can't unlock the subsidiary to make my T3 cheaper yet on this account. I can do it on my other account. You gotta be castle level something, and I'm not there yet. Oh, Academy 17. I just gotta do a couple of other. I gotta get more research done in there. That's all it is. Rally priority. That one's really cool. So what happens here is, when you do a rally, which I'm gonna do one right now, because I need some essence in my castles. Now let's see what this bad boy has. This is what I'm talking about when you're scouting a rally and stuff. So you come over here and you see, I hate it when it does that. You see metal spikes, which are these ones, counters the cavalry, means kills that cavalry, it kills cavalry. Sniper towers, kills ranged. Rolling logs, kills infantry. Infantry kills cavalry, or infantry kills ranged. Range kills cavalry. Cavalry kills infantry. Siege kills the wall. All three troops type kill siege. So, what do we have a lot of? T2 gladiators. Ton of them in there. Ton of them in there. It's mixed troops mainly. So I'm just gonna send pretty much everything. Okay. So I'm about to attack something, so I'm putting on whatever I have that boosts my attack, my war gear. And this is basically going to boost all of my um, stats for the attack. So it'll make me stronger for the attack. And then you can also set a whole bunch of stuff in here. But that bad boy costs money. So I'm about to go to war, and this is how you would set your talents for war. All the way at the bottom, 50 out of 50 on both. $15 out of 15 on both. And maxed out up here as well, when you have enough points to do it all. Then I personally started dumping everything into infantry. I just wanted my infantry to be stronger because infantry is the weakest troop. It's not the weakest troop. It's just the troop that gets eaten up the most because they're the front line. They're the meat shields. They're the ones that are just sitting there, you know, all the way up in the front, getting hit by all the traps and everything else and all the good stuff. They're all the way up in the good stuff. So yeah, war gear. I'm set for war. Now I can go ahead and rally this guy. I don't need to worry about that. Okay. The horrible part about this game. Having to change everything around every single time you need to do everything. The reason I picked her reason I'm picking her is because of her boosters, and I want to make sure that I'm getting the most out of the boosters. Her boosters, remember I was talking about earlier, are the Max Army boosters. So they boost the whole army that I'm sending out. So now that I've made her the leader, now I've taken my troops out of shelter. Everything is out in the open. I'm under a shield, so it's not like I'm worried about it. Now I can attack this thing. Trying to boost up that army. Trying to boost up the army. And then I'm going to pop in 2 more infantry heroes to help save my infantry. And also because they allow me to bring an extra 10,000 troops. So now I can bring a total of 42. I don't match out. I don't have enough troops to match out everything that I need for it, but whatever. Life is life. We'll have to use the troops from another castle for it. Once all these guys are out, hitting this now. Since the other account was the Captain Rally, I don't need to go and set my gear or my talents or anything like that, because basically what's happening right now, it's like as if I was reinforcing you. So what happens is that all of my troops take on your your stats. So whatever stats you set, whatever stats I set earlier, all that gear and all that talents that I set, all of that is all of these troops are going to be based on that. This is what the rally priority unlocks for you. You can click on this little arrow here, and you click on as recommended, and it's going to send what the captain sent, whoever the captain is. So I can only send 100,000 of each. I've got 4, so and that's that. And then we have this account, this little guy. I sent all ballista so that it'll help take down the wall faster. Because I'm overpowered enough with all the T3 that I sent. I've got almost 200,000 T3 coming at that darkness. It's more than enough with my talents and everything to be able to tear that thing apart. Bye. I like dropping you guys. Seems like a fun thing to do. So yeah, back to the most important part of the game. Now that you guys have seen how a rally is done and that kind of fun stuff, and I hunted some monsters earlier and showed you guys how the right way is to do that. Like when you're doing a monster hunt, you always press this one. You never press that one. The only way you ever press this one is if... Hold on 1 second. If, and I'll show you where it is, When this number on the top here says 10, then you can send out a full attack. So right here it says hunts in a row. When that says 10, there's no more boost. Now, the reason you can only hit one is because each time you hit the same monster in a row, like you hit them now and then you go and now I'm about to hit them again, I'm going to do more damage because I'm going to have a higher damage boost. The first time I hit him, I had 0 damage boost. Now I've got a 14 damage boost. Now I've got a 24.5 damage boost. And that damage boost is only available for 1 more hour. So if it takes me longer than an hour to kill that monster, I shouldn't be hitting it in the first place. And you just keep on doing one and one and one, and you don't use the other button until that number says 10, because it caps out at 10. It doesn't go any higher than 10. Anyways, so now no current construction. I'll look around and I'm like, okay, so what can I build right now? What do I want to build? What do I want to get up to the next level? What do I have at 19 that I want to take to the next level? $1,500. I basically need 1,500. 10,000. And then 5 of these. So 15,500. That's a lot of gems. Plus I need my embassy. Look at how many resources I need to do a level 20 embassy. 1 million food, 1.2 million here, 1.2 million, 3/4 million. See what I'm saying? You need to save all this stuff. This is very important stuff right here. All right. So, so you go into your castle and you're looking at this stuff in here and you're like, okay, so what do I need to level up next? Level something up. Now, right now, if I want to level this up, the original time without any boosters is 5 hours, 31 minutes, and 47 seconds. With whatever boosters I have, meaning whatever research I've done and stuff like that, it's knocking it down to 3 hours, 19 minutes, and 53 seconds. Now, before you start a construction, the first thing you want to do is come over here, click on your hero, and you're going to grab that gear, and you're going to change it out for your construction gear. Construction speed right there, 2.5%. You're going to put that on, and then you're going to come to the helmet, and you're going to look for your food production helmet, or your construction speed helmet. Construction speed right there. The Nosferos mask. And then you're going to go to your armor, and you're going to pick off the other construction speed. You're going to put that on, and then you're going to go and you're going to successfully put all of these on. Once you've got them all on, give me 1 second. So once you've got them all on, your booster is going to be much higher. So let's see. I'll do an infirmary. I'll level up an infirmary. These are always good to have. What do you guys think? I'm gonna win? I'm gonna lose? Ooh, that's a strong ass wall. That's a strong ass wall. You see how their morale doesn't go down at all until that wall is down? There goes that wall. Now comes the real fight. Now watch that morale drop. Bye-bye. That was a nice one. Makes you think I was going to lose in the beginning and then just comes for the save. I knew I would win, obviously, or else I wouldn't have done the rally. That's why I was surprised when we lost that Darkness Rally 2 yesterday. I was like, what the? Guess I'm not there yet. So anyways, back to this. Sorry, distracted, ADD. So anyways, so now I can actually complete this one. So original time is 19 hours, 20 hours, 19 hours and 56 minutes. With my boosters and stuff, with the research, 7 hours and 44 minutes. That's a big difference. Now, I have monster hunting gear on right now. Got the Rhinoceros, bam, 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 change this out, change that out. Remember, construction speed. I did that. Now let's go look at the same exact infirmary and see how much it dropped down. Now, I have that gear equipped. It's giving me the booster. Now you can click on upgrade. Now you click on upgrade, you click on help, and you leave it. You want to wait until this whole thing right here says 25 out of 25. Then, after it says 25 out of 25, you can start using any of your speed ups if you want to. I suggest you save them. Don't use them. It's stupid to use them. You're going to need them later on, like times like right now where I don't have any and I could really use them to level up. Like the only one that I have is the 5-minute one because who uses 5 minutes? So now that I've done my construction, I can go ahead and change out my gear. I can put on whatever gear I want for whatever the next activity that I'm about to partake in is. I can't do any research because I'm currently doing one right here. Still has 13 hours. I can knock some time off of this. Finish that research off. Get in there and do some more.
Ooh.